Hello and welcome. My name is Christina from Empowered Creator. I am a mindset and conscious manifesting teacher and coach, and this is my YouTube channel. Here I talk about all things law of assumption, mindset, conscious manifesting, the quantum universe, and a lot more. And my goal is to simplify everything without the fluff. So if you guys like this content and you would like to see more of it, I would love it if you would subscribe to this channel, comment on this video, like it, share it, and stick around. Also, if you need help with your specific situation, I offer one-on-one coaching as well as custom subliminals for whatever needs you may have. I also have some self-study courses about manifesting your specific person. And I do have a members-only channel with a lot of perks for members, including weekly live workshops with a new manifesting topic each week, weekly live group coaching, a lot of exclusive content, monthly challenges for a chance to win a free one-on-one coaching session with me, and a lot more. So if you're interested in any of these services, the links are below in the description box. Click on them and they're going to take you to my website or to my membership channel. With all that being said, let's dive into today's video. In today's video, I want to give you the surest, fastest, most effective way to manifest your specific person, or to manifest whatever it is that you want from your specific person. I know that there's often a lot of talk, a lot of analysis on the subject, but at the end of the day, it all goes back to the basics and to the fundamentals. So this is what I'll be discussing in today's video. Stay tuned. So for all those of you who are manifesting a specific person, and I know a great many of you who are watching this channel are manifesting your specific person. Of course, each one of you may have slightly different circumstances. Some of you are separated, some of you have never been together with your specific person, some of you are just friends with benefits, some of you might not even have met in person, and of course, every other situation and every other scenario in between. But this applies to all of you, no matter what the situation is, no matter what the circumstances are with your specific person, no matter whether they are next door or whether they are 10,000 miles away. It all applies to everyone and to each and every case. And so what you want to be doing to manifest your specific person, and ironically, this is, like I said in my intro, very, very back to the basics and very back to the fundamentals. However, here's the irony. A lot of people forget to do it. A lot of people neglect to do it. A lot of people ignore to do it. And that is actually focusing on what you truly want. Actually focusing on the situation, the experience that you want to be manifesting from your specific person, actually putting all your attention or shifting all your attention to what exactly it is that you want to experience with your specific person. A lot of you guys get caught up in all around, as I say. So you worry about the circumstances. You worry about how to deal with the 3D. You worry about what they might have said in the old story. You worry about who they might have been as the old version of themselves. You worry about the how your manifestation is going to come about. You worry about this, that, and the other about the 3D, and you neglect to actually focus your attention on what it is that you want. If you want a relationship with your specific person, or if you want to get back together with your specific person, if they're an ex, how would it feel like to be in a relationship with them? And I've said many times, there is not one specific technique to use. I don't advocate for one specific technique over others. I always tell you guys to do what's natural to you and what feels good to you. But there are a bazillion ways in which you can do it. You can affirm for it. You can script it, write it down. You can meditate for it. You can have some inner conversations about it. You can construct a visual scene. You can do a combination of these methods. You can do also any other method that feels good to you. But whatever you choose to do, it needs to imply and it needs to give you the feeling that you would have if you and your specific person were now together or back together or married or in a happy, loving, committed relationship or going out on dates, having fun, whatever each one of you is manifesting as your desired experience. So if you actually take a genuine, honest look to where your attention is going throughout the day when it comes to your specific person, most of you, especially those of you who have been manifesting your specific person for a while and are not seeing a change in the 3D, are going to notice that a big chunk of your attention, if not the vast majority of it, is going to the circumstances, the external 3D, to what they might have said in the past, to what they might have done, to what they did to you, to the hurt of the past, and this and that. So a good chunk of your attention, if not most of it, if not all of it, for some of you, is going to the wrong place, you guys. Your attention when you're thinking about your SP, should always be going back to the experience that you want to live in the 3D, the experience that you are creating for yourself in the 3D. In other words, the experience that you're manifesting. And so that, of course, requires some discipline, at least in the beginning, because that has to become a habit. Your habit right now is in the past, in the circumstances, in the version of your specific person that you remember out of memory. And so discipline and awareness are very, very important because you need to both have the awareness to know each and every time where your attention is going. And at the same time, you also need the discipline to shift that attention away from the wrong place and instead shifting it into the right place. What is the right place? You and your specific person in a happy, loving, committed relationship, in a happy marriage, having fun, going on dates, whatever it is that you're manifesting. So every time you become aware that your attention is going to the old story, to the past, to the circumstances, to the current 3D, this is where you actively shift your attention to the experience that you actually want. And again, how do you do that? You can affirm for that, you can script it, you can meditate on it, you can have some inner conversations over it, you can visualize it, you can do a combination of these things, but you always, always, always need to be bringing your attention back to what you actually want to experience, what your actual desire is. So every time your attention goes to, my SP said that, my SP told me that in the past, the current circumstances are such and such, the current story, the current 3D is such and such. This is where you actually put a pause. This is where you actually stop your thoughts and instead say your affirmation that implies that you and your SP are now together. Or instead, play that short visual scene that you have that implies that you and your SP are back together. Or you do your inner conversation or whatever you have chosen to do, but it all has to imply your desired experience with your SP, and it has to give you the feeling in some way or other that would be the feeling you would have if that was your current 3D. In other words, maybe it's excitement, maybe it's relief, maybe it's reassurance, maybe it's a neutral feeling, maybe it's gratitude, maybe it's bliss, maybe it's something else. But in some way or other, you are recreating the feeling that would be yours through these techniques that you are choosing if your relationship with your specific person was your dominant reality in your 3D right now. So this is it, you guys. It's not a terrible secret. Somehow, for most people, it's easier said than done. Somehow, for most people, it's very hard to implement. Like I said, it takes a lot of awareness and it takes discipline because what you're doing is you're unlearning the habits of what was and you're relearning the new habit of recreating and persisting in the story that you want and the experience that you are creating. But ultimately, this is what you want to be doing. Ultimately, it's a game of attention. Ultimately, it's a game of where is my focus? Where is my attention? Where is my energy? Where does my energy go? What am I paying attention to? What am I giving power to? Am I giving power to the current circumstances or to the old story? Or am I giving power to my actual desired experience that I'm manifesting? Obviously, you always, or at least for the most part, want it to be the latter. And so if you do this, you guys, if you actually train your focus, train your attention, train your energy to go to the right place, and like I said, I'm going to say it for the third time in this video because it's important. It requires awareness and it requires discipline. You want to have both and you need to have both, but it's all about training yourself to put your focus on the right place. If you do this diligently, if you do this consistently, if you revisit that state over and over again, as required and as it pops up throughout your day, chances are that very, very soon you are going to start seeing movement. And many of you will actually get their manifestation probably much faster than you ever anticipated. The main reason why your manifestation is not here right now is because you are focusing still on all the wrong things. You are focusing still a big chunk of your attention on all the wrong things. So take my word for it, learn and train yourself to focus your attention on all the right things, on all the desired things, and you are going to see a huge amount of difference. You won't even believe it. With all that being said, I'm going to wrap up this video here. I intend that this has helped. As always, I very much appreciate you guys being on this channel, watching this content. I love making this content for you. And as always, I look forward to seeing you all at the next video. Until then, take care and bye-bye.